Okay, here today, really modding this thing out. Brand new BMW X3, 2021, last year before the LSI model. I already made a number of modifications, including I started to put these paddle shifters on. Whoa, there goes the wipers. I really like them, or at least the color. Look, here's the other one. Nice, right? It goes well with some of my other mods that I'm kind of customizing all out in blue. But with this specifically, I noticed like where I naturally hold my hand, like right here, my fingers hit this now, as opposed to they didn't before. So I got to get used to that. I think it's a worthy sacrifice for the awesomeness that this will bring. As I put on the other one, you know, there's the full picture now of what the wheel will look like. Super awesome. It matches the blue stitching steering wheel, which I added as well. Other mods, of course, the blue knob shifter here, which is really great. Also aluminum like the paddle shifters. Although I noticed, I didn't realize it, but this top part doesn't spin. Only the sides do, so it's a little awkward because your finger kind of hits the rim and it kind of jams, but I just got to get used to going down. I think, again, it's worth the style points versus well, not having it like the regular silver it defaults come with. You also notice the seats there, also blue stitching. You also notice we're at America's favorite abandoned mall to avoid the crowd, if you will, but there's actually a lot of cars around for some reason. I don't think there's anything left in that place. I also got this, which is another blue ring for the steering wheel, or so they say, but it just doesn't seem like it really fits all that well, and it kind of protrudes. Plus, I'm wondering if I get in an accident, is this thing gonna like fire into my forehead? So I'm kind of thinking no, and this is gonna be a return, but the idea is there, I guess, and it certainly would match, you know, everything else I got going. At night, of course, I keep the blue lights. Probably can't really see it right now. It is kind of dusk, but it really looks poppin' at night, the blue does. So I thought I'd kind of blue everything real cool, like with some of these modifications and additions. You also notice I have carbon fiber plates here. Again, this is a mod because everything was piano black like this. It's super shiny. It shows everything. I mean, this part here is still, you know, it shows everything. Like your fingerprints are there, but this part, you know, I could touch it all day and it doesn't really show because it really blends in, which is awesome. So I hate piano black. It needs to go away because it's hideous because it just dirties up too soon. So you gotta always wipe it down like that, which is annoying. So yeah, carbon fiber looks nice. Of course, there's piano black up here, piano black there. But more mods are coming, and actually I'm looking for the community opinion on this guy. Do I also include carbon fiber there? Because I got this piece. I don't know if is that too much? Or does that look nice and neat when it's matches like that? Also coming in the mail is a little piece that goes up like this and then it loops around to cover that piano black nonsense. This I'm on the fence with, if I'm going to include that. I think if I just use this accent, and that will match real nice with this, and then I can almost skip this, maybe? I don't know. I'm going to see if it works good. It might be overdone with everything. I don't really know. I'm just going to test it out and see. But I really like your thoughts on that, if that's going to look good or too much. Oh, I also got carbon fiber here, too, around the gauge. As for the door sills, I also included this piece here too. I haven't put them on yet. They're just kind of sitting there right now. It just comes in one piece. If I can show. I don't want to rip anything. It just pops off like so. That's what it looks like before, which I think is a little plain, if you ask me. Open up the door. I mean, this is the only piece of color in there, so if I add that in... Oop, that's backwards. There's just some tape under here, automotive tape. You just peel that off and then it should just stick right down. It's like so, and then it looks like like that. So that kind of matches the aluminum, which apparently most people don't get. Or at least according to the dealer I worked with, he said most people go with one of the woods. And they didn't even have an aluminum one on the lot to show me, because I was really curious of what it would look like, you know, in person when I bought it. So I really like the look of the aluminum. I think wood in cars is kind of silly. It's like having wood around your television. Back in the day, it just doesn't make any sense, because this is a very mechanical, you know, artificial thing. I don't see the point in bringing wood into the picture. It just kind of looks out of place. So I went with the aluminum, and I think it looks great. And then the aluminum door stills definitely work. On the other ones, you actually get the logo, so the X logo is in there, and they're also here on the back as well. Again, I haven't fully put them on yet, but I plan to. I'm just kind of testing them out to see what they'd look like there. But why don't we go ahead and pop this guy on? Again, it's real simple. You should just peel that red stuff off, and then it's good to go. So there we go, just regular tape. Just come over here, get it all aligned. And, oh, not quite yet. There we go. Press hard. It's kind of hard to do this with one hand, but there you go. Look at that look. Very nice. So I've been modding this out like crazy, as you could see. I've really enjoyed trying to figure out how to style this to my own personal touch and, you know, improve it, in my view, even better than what it is. If you've been modding the mods, if you notice, there's like a plus and a minus up on up here and down below as well. These were like pure white when they came, and I should have done this video before to do a before and after, but I didn't. And it was just so distracting. Like I put them on there to test, and all you see is these white little specks in your peripherals, and it just was so out of place. So what I did was I took a blue Sharpie and kind of colored it in, and I think it works really well. You know, it covers that white up, and it kind of blends in, and it looks real slick as is. And that color scheme is awesome. Like I said, I'm carrying it all the way through with the dial and the steering wheel cover, as well as the seat covers, which are very hard to find, by the way. It took me like 3 tries to try to get seats that worked and I liked. So these aren't the best in the world, but they work, and I think they look really good, especially with the car color scheme I'm going for. So I'm happy there. Oh, and I did this too. So this is not the real cover. It's a cover for the cover. But you can't really tell. I mean, it looks exactly like it does before you put this on. And underneath, it's black stitching originally. This one was actually silver. And when I first did it, I thought that looked awesome. I didn't do any of these other mods yet. This is probably the first thing I got. And the silver stitching looked real nice with everything else. But then I started doing all this blue stuff, and I'm like, you know what? I wonder if I can just take a Sharpie, again, a blue Sharpie, and just kind of color in to make it blue. And I think it looks really good. And blends in nicely, matches the colors, and again, carrying that blue theme throughout, I think it's really, really nice. So that's kind of, so far, the main mods up front. Always looking to improve, but I think I'm in a real good place. Of course, I would like some people's opinions on what they think about this. Is that too much carbon fiber, or is there no such thing as too much carbon fiber? I don't really know, but that's what it would look like should I put it on. And again, keep in mind I'm also getting this top little L part as well, which I think that alone would look nice. This part here, I don't know. But I do know that it's vertical, so it won't get too dusty, and it's not like I'm touching this part like I am down here. This was needed. All this was piano black, and it had to be carbon fibered or some other something. And I just thought that this gray carbon fiber looks real nice as is. So Again, it was just a plate like this with the automotive tape you just stick on. 2 pieces, this guy and as well as up here. So yeah, let me know your thoughts. Again, I'm brand new to this. This is my first BMW. I had a 2012 RAV4 before this, so it's quite the change. But I do like it overall. I'm really glad I got it. A custom build too. Like, I ordered this to spec and got everything I wanted and nothing I didn't. So quite the change. We'll see what I feel like driving around with these paddle shifters on. Again, my hand kind of hits it, so I have to be careful there. This is still kind of loose, so I'm gonna stop the video there and fix that and make sure it's all nice and tight.